Well, hello. This morning, apart from drinking my coffee, I was up at 6 o'clock. Wanted to start laying the wires out, so I guess this is sort of part one of the electrics. The reason I was up so early was because I wanted to crack on with this today. We're going up to Scotland tomorrow at silly o'clock in the morning. We got a flight from Cardiff up to Edinburgh. We're going to go to the El Divo concert on Friday the 13th. Very lucky for some. So we've got a few days up in Edinburgh to have a little mooch around, do the concerts and everything. But as I said, the plane is at silly o'clock in the morning. I think it flies at 7, which means we have to be at Cardiff at 6, which means we have to leave here sort of 4:45. And tonight, even though I'm not English, I'm a Welshman through and through, born, bred, and will have red, green and white blood running through my veins. I will be staying up to watch England playing in the semi-cup final, World Cup semi-final of the World Cup. That's it. I'm not a football fan, but I've got to say, you know, I wrapped up in the excitement of it all, like everybody else, I guess. So, although I'm not English, I wish all the English fans, the English team, huge luck tonight, and hopefully on going to the cup final of the weekend, hopefully. Right, so what have I done? I have been running wires, and basically what I want to do is run all the wires now. I'm not doing the fixtures yet. What I've done is I've taken each individual wire and labelled the one end, so it'd be light 1, and then as I run it through I've got light 1 at this end. I've labelled each wire so I know where I stand. Everything's coming back to this central point, because that's where the battery box is going to be, the inverter, etc, etc, fuse boxes and things. So everything is coming back here. At first, I've got to say, I've said this in other videos, this is not a tutorial on how to do it, it's how I've done it. Spoken at great length with an automotive electrician. They will be checking it out at the end for me, which is good. I did draw a sort of a schematic of where I wanted to go with it. If you're an electrician, please don't look too carefully at that, but it's to me it's sort of focused me on exactly what I needed to achieve. As I said, when I woke up this morning and I started this, I was a little bit daunted, in all honesty. But once you've laid the first one, then the second one and the third one, and you know where they're going to, you know all these points because they've been well worked out in advance. I've left tails long enough so they can be moved slightly, you know, so that we've got room for manoeuvre, and I've left plenty of room cable at this end. I'm also running some redundant cable to various parts, simply as a precaution or a future proofing. If I wanted something somewhere else, I've got that cable already run. What I don't want to be doing is trying to fix it above the cladding. Once that's all fitted in, it'd be nice to have it all tied away. At the moment, a tip from Greg Virgo actually, I've just run some cable ties so everything is up and out of the way and going to the right place, and then when all of the cables are in place, I'll properly fix those. Most of the cables are going to be running under that trunking at the back there, across the back corner, so they'll be well hidden, and there's also going to be cupboard hanging down from the ceiling there, so you won't be able to see those. These will all run the back of the cladding. Everything I hopefully is well protected, and that's where I'm at the moment. So no electronics going on as such, just simply running cables today. But as I said, it's just a matter of getting it done before Scotland, and then I can sort of enjoy the holiday knowing that we've achieved quite a bit. So in this first week we have taken the first floor up. We've insulated the floor and battened the floor, put the floor back down. That's perfectly level again. More luck than judgment on that part, I have to say. We've had the windows fitted, the steps fitted, the awnings fitted. Some of the insulation is done, the soundproofing is done, although in truth that was done before this week. And now I've started the cable, so I can go up to Scotland for a couple of days knowing we've achieved something at least. I will not put this video up straight away. I'm going to go to Scotland, and then when I come back we'll continue with a little bit more to the video, so it's a sort of a two-part in one video, if you like. Scotland will give me a chance to think about where we want to go next with it. That's it. So I'm off to Scotland. Remember to play nicely and share all your toys, and we'll see you shortly. Well, good morning. I'm sat in a car park. I have had, well, with gardening bags in the back. First of all, in the first part of the video, I said good luck to England for the football. Well, that didn't happen. Bit unfortunate, but you know, try again in 4 years' time. But I'm sure the England fans got fantastic thrills out of getting to the semi-finals anyway. That was really good. Edinburgh was fantastic. I can't say enough about the city. We had fantastic weather. We walked and walked and walked. The hip that's been repaired, that was brilliant. Yeah, just had a lovely time. We've been back from Edinburgh about just over, I think it's a week actually, just over a week. We came back, not Sunday, but the Sunday night, about 1:30 in the morning. Monday I had a hospital appointment, and then on Tuesday back to work. So the van hasn't really progressed this week at all. I have done some insulation on the bits that we can now hide, you know, on the we know that we're not going to need to go behind. So some of that's been done. Still waiting on certain things to become, so fans got to be fitted, things like that. So can't do the insulation on those panels, but it's coming along, and I'll give you a proper update. I'm off on Thursday this week, so I worked all last week, and then I'm working this week. Yeah, so yeah, I'm off on Thursday this week, and then because I'm working on Sunday, and we'll crack on with a bit on Thursday. Bronny's working, so that means that I'll be at home alone, so it means I can just crack on. We won't be going out or anything like that. Looking forward to that. Yeah, every time I see the van I get a thrill. There have been a few comments about can we video a bit more of the actual process. I'll try to, but I'm no teacher when it comes to van conversions, and as I've said before in previous vlogs, there's other great videos out there about everything that needs to be done. So that's about it. On Thursday my dad's coming down. My dad's 89. He won't be able to do a lot. He's got a bit of a chest thing going on, but he's going to come down and help me on Thursday. So things may take a little bit longer, but you know, he will enjoy that. He wants to come down and have a look at the electrics I've done, and he's just showing you know, an interest in the van, that's all. So not much of an update past Edinburgh, because I've been at work, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm doing little tiny little jobs, and each little tiny little job takes us a step forward. The only thing I have noticed so far is that everything we've done will be hidden. So there's a lot of work behind the scenes, but I liken it to sort of building a city. Before you put all the pretty buildings in, you have to build the sewers, the electric system, the infrastructure of the town, and then you build it up. And it's the same with the van. We're putting in the infrastructure so that everything will be neat and tidy, and then we can do the pretty part on top of that. And I think that's the bit that Bronnie is looking forward to, I've got to say. On the next video I'll explain what we're doing about the shower. That's changed slightly, and I'll explain why on the next video. I'll make that on Thursday and hopefully get it up by the weekend. So in the meantime, remember to share your toys and play nicely.